Good evening, everyone, and good evening to our teachers, Sir Shirel, and to our classmates. Good evening. My topic for tonight is parents' strategies for encouraging their children. So first, let us talk about what is parents or who are these parents or what are their tasks or their responsibilities. So we have here the importance of parents. Parents lay the foundation for a child's attitude towards school, provide love, encouragement, and support for their children's successes and hard work, establish work habits and expectations that allow children to build skills related to academics. So as we notice, the parents are the main mentors or the main teachers of their kids. So they support or they lay foundation for a child's attitude towards school. So they teach proper manners to their children, and also they provide love. So love, encouragement, and support for their children's success and hard work. So next slide. So we have here parenting strategies that work. Children needs routines. So routines are very important to children as they develop. So number one, from the time your child is born, routines are a way of life. You keep tracking of eating patterns, sleep patterns, diaper changes, and etc. So as our baby develops from time to time, we have these simple instructions or routines to be followed for them to develop correctly. So number two, as your baby becomes a child, you continue providing routines. Example, nap time, snack time, quiet time, and bedtime. So you give here you give time for what will they do for, like nap time, snack time, quiet time, and bedtime. You give schedules. So number three, no matter how old your children are, they need you to keep setting routines for them. Yes, this is important. Routines are important for a child because they will be guided accordingly on what you want them to do. So let's proceed to the next slide. Three keys to success. We have here predictability, consistency, and appropriateness. So here in predictability, you are able to predict what will be the result or what will be the consequence of how you develop a child. So number two, consistency. The consistency of giving them routines, like as I mentioned lately. So you have this consistency on giving them proper nourishment and love. Number three is appropriateness. So appropriateness is giving them appropriate care, appropriate love, and also appropriate things to do. So we have here scheduling for kids. Kids are capable of following a routine. You can help them by providing a daily and weekly schedule with the key tasks for the day. Use an erasable board, list activities with times, and allow the activities to be checked off when completed. So you will just kids are capable of following a routine, so they already know what to do if you have something to tell them, so or you have something to let them do. So use an erasable board. So you list down those activities you want them to do and then check off when completed. We have here common stressors, transition. So common stressors that triggers stress. So number one, make transitions predictable by using schedules that they can see every day. So as I mentioned lately, you can use erasable board for you to list activities and for them to follow it. Number two is give your child sufficient notice that a transition is about to take place. So don't pressure your children, your kids, don't pressure them. Give them time to think, to relax, and to follow those transitions you give to them. Number three, allow enough time for transition. So as I said in number two, give them enough time. Give them enough time to relax or to go from one object to another object or one activity to another activity. So number four, Make sure your child knows what is expected of him or her during transition time. So as I said, in the 3 keys to success, we have there predictability. So you give proper make sure your child knows what is expected of him or her during transition. So you let them know that this will be the result of what will you do. Next, try to rely on positive motivation to keep your child on schedule. Number 1, allow your child to work toward rewards by following the rules or the routine and keep track with the charts and stickers or smiley faces. Number 2, use social rewards, a special activity, not rewards that are unrealistic. For example, money or affordable treats, because the child muasa man ang bata, so it will result into bad habits or lain iyang mahimo. Dili siya mo follow sa instruction. Number 3, do not worry that you are bribing your child to behave well. The internal regulation of behavior takes a long time to develop. So dili magdali-dali, let's give them enough time to develop. Let's give them enough time to know what are wrongs and right. Let's give them enough time to be able to develop properly. So we have here next, monitoring your own stress level. So as a parent, we need also to know our red flags, or we need to know our stress level. If we are stressed, we don't know what we are doing. So number 1, know what your red flags are: excessive yelling, heart racing, feeling out of control. So you should not di magdali-dali. You should know what are your limitations, because it will result into excessive yelling, heart racing, or feeling out of control, wherein your child will be affected. Number 2, take a 1-minute break. Breathe slowly, walk around, or count to 10, 1 to 10. So you need to also to give enough time for yourself. Number 3 is ask for help if there is another adult available. So it is advisable to ask for help to another adult, because it is, if you are on your stress level, if you reach your limit, you don't know what you are doing, and it will cause improper development of your child, which will affect them. Number 4, know what stress management skills work for you, like exercise, music, reading, venting to a friend, or bubble bath. So you need to give time to yourself. You need to relax. You need to forget all the problems. This is also one key for success. We have here next, routines connected to learning. So we have here routines that is connected to learning, which will help the learning development of your child. Number 1, sleep. Your child need 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night, and adolescents or teenagers need even more sleep than do children. So we all need 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night. So let your children sleep at least 8 to 10 hours. We also have here, set a bedtime and wake up time that gives your children enough time to get the rest he or she needs and the time necessary to prepare for the school day. Make sure your bedtime and wake up time are sufficient for what you need to take care of as well. So it is not only for your child but also for you. You need to sleep for you to have enough time to get rest, and also for your children or child. Number 2, eating. A balanced diet is essential for children to have the attention span and energy they need to do well in school. Sugar, fatty foods, and caffeine should be minimal part of your children's diet. So if possible, just limit the sugar, fatty foods, and caffeine, because it will affect also the development of your child. We have it can cause it will harm the child's health if masubraan og kaon og mga inoaning mga foods. Number 3, exercise. Children need a lot of physical activities for healthy development. Make sure your routines include plenty of physical activity and exercise for your children. No matter how much your children love computer games, televisions, or texting their friends, it is important to not let these activities substitute for physical recreation. So nowadays, children already have electronic gadgets sa edad ng mga 5, 6. These kids already have these gadgets. So as a proper parent, you need to limit these things that your children is doing. You need them to have physical activity for healthy development. Next, number 4, monitoring homework time. It is not essential that you help your children do homework. There are many resources, example, homework helplines, or websites that can assist them on specific problems. So it is not essential to do their homework. As we noticed today, during the pandemic, lots of parents do the homework for their children, wherein it is bad, it is wrong, because the child is not developing, or the child is not learning. Next is, however, it is essential that you monitor when and how much time your child spends on homework. So what you will do is just to monitor them, help them if they don't understand this topic, and then help your child keep their school materials organized in a convenient place. Also, provide a quiet environment in which your child can work on homework every day. Make this routine that happens at the same time and place. So this is very understandable. Children are not good at doing more than one thing at a time, so keep your child distractions to a minimum. So keep away those gadgets, those cell phones, those tablets away from them if they are doing their homeworks, in order for them to focus on what they are doing or on their activity. Next, keep track of school announcement and events. So it is very important to have connections on the school. You should know what are the events and announcement in the school. So number 1, teachers send important information home with children, often in their book bags, and children forget this to give this information to their parents. So as a parent, you are the one to check the notes or the notebooks, the bags that of your child, because sometimes teachers put the instructions, the events to be announced, and also other announcement on child's note. Number 2, establish a routine where you either check your child's book bags or ask your child to look for parent notices on a daily basis. Number 3, many schools translate parent information into native language of the parents. So this is very understandable na. Next, convey a love of learning to your child. So love, the very important thing here as a parent is your love for your child. So we have here the number 1, the activities you engage in with your child can communicate important information about the values of your family about school. Read to and with your child daily in your native language, so that he or she realizes the value of your place of literacy learning. So as a parent, you should guide your child. You should teach you should read books with them, or you should bond with them every time they are learning, because as what is said here, read to and with your child daily in your native language, so that he or she realizes the value of the value you place on literacy and learning. So next, we have here communication with the teachers. So this is also important that we have communication to the teachers. So number 1, one of the most important ways you can support your child's school success is to have good communication with the teachers. So we don't know what will happen in our child. The second mother of our child is the teacher. So you should have connections to them. You should communicate to them daily. Ask them what are the unsay mga nahimo siyang anak or nabay improvement or naay kinanglan usbon. So number 2, ask your child's teacher for specific advice on what you can do at home to help him or her improve his or her performance. So if you notice something on your child that is murag kulang and you don't know what to do, you can seek help to the teacher. Ask the teacher if what will be the unsay tambal ani ma'am, unsay pwede na akong mahimo. Number 3, if your child's report cards contains any confusing information, ask your child's teacher to explain it to you until you understand it. So a lot of parents today are bragging, brag dayon dali-dali, especially we already have here Facebook, Twitter, we already have Instagram. So mubrag dito ang ato ang mga parents without knowing that there are naay mga kulang wala na himo siyang students. So it is important to consult your teacher first before bragging or magsultig bisag unsa sa internet nga mao ni my son is very good in this subject, but why it is gamay og grado. So first you should consult the teacher of what unsay nakakos ani. Number 4, remember that teachers are allies and resources. So teachers, as I said lately, they are the second mother of our children. So there are also allies and resources. So we can ask for help. We can ask them if what is the problem with my child, what unsay kulang sa own child. So communication with teachers is very important also. Parenting mistakes. So we also have parenting mistakes, mga sayop sa unsay mga ginahimo sa ginikanan. So even though every parent wants his or her children to be successful in school and in life, sometimes parents with good intentions will create bad habits for their children. So daghang mga parents nga daghang mga parents nga naay mga mistakes nga akong masultiron. So number 1, bad habit number 1, teaching your child to over rely on parents for help. So sa akong as akong nasulti ganiha lately, today nga naay pandemic, lots of parents do the homework, the modules for their child, which is very bad, wherein your child will not learn. So while tempting at times, it is not good to do an assignment for your child. Even if asked for this kind of help, you can only assist your child if there is a problem, if wala sila kasabot, but not kanang dili ikaw na ang ga-answer sa iyang module, which is very bad. Children need to solve their own problems, both in and out of the school. Let's give them privacy. Let's give the child privacy. Let's give them tagano sila time para tagano to sila ilahang decisions. Let them make their own decisions. We parents are just here to support them, to guide them if it is wrong or right. Parents can support children in getting help, but should not try to save them by getting the help for them or by doing the work for them. So we have here one thought only. You should dili na to tagaan og kanang wherein taway na kay atong anak nga kita na maghimo sa tanan, because it is very bad. We can only support them, assist them if they are having problem on in this matter. So bad habit number 2, allowing your child to set and monitor his or her own routine. So stop doing this. As a parent, you should guide them. You are the one who should give them routines wherein pero dili gini malikayan nga mahitabo ni, because some of the parents are very busy, especially kanang naay mga business. So the child alone will set his own routines wherein he or she will wake up late, not eating proper, don't have proper diet, eating excessive wrong foods, or not good for him or her health. Children cannot focus attention the way adults can, and often like the idea of multitasking. Example, working on homework while updating a Facebook page. So this is very wrong, wherein the attention of the child cannot focus on one matter. So sa example here, working on homework while updating on Facebook, so natunga yung attention. So this is very wrong. Next, bad habit number 3, having unrealistic. Parents who put too much pressure on their children to be successful can sabotage their learning. Punishing your child for not meeting your expectation makes them fear failure more than desiring success. Fear of failure is related to cheating. So, if you pressure your child, it will result into depression, wherein they have this standard to achieve, wherein they will be pressured, wherein I should do this, I should not be I should not be a failure because my parents are aiming high for me. So they have future, they want me to do these things wherein a child cannot do. So it is very wrong if you're forcing your child to do these things, because it will cause them fear. So punishing your child for not meeting your expectation makes them feel failure more than desiring success. So they only work not for themselves but for the pleasure of the parents, of what the parents told them. So it is very wrong also. So fear of failure is related to cheating, because if you are failed on, if you have fear on failing and you don't know what to do, and then cheating here is an option, so mahimo gid sa usa ka bata. So let us not do this thing wherein we set very high standards for our children, because it will affect their learning, it will affect their progress. Next, bad habit number 4, parental disagreements on school or family matters being aired in front of children. When parents, mothers and fathers, mothers and grandmothers express disagreement in front of children, it sends children mixed messages and can lead to manipulation of one or both parents. So if you have something very important to tell to a teacher, or you have something to tell to your partner, to the father or the mother, the child should not listen. The child should be in a room wherein he can't listen on what you are talking about, because it will lead to manipulation of one or both parents. So maglibog ang bata unsay tinuod. So lastly, we have number 5, bad habit number 5, not taking care of yourself. So airplane metaphor, put your oxygen mask on before you put it on your child. So as a parent, we are the models for our children, or to our children. So if you want this thing to be done by your child, you first should do it, like sleeping 8 to 10 hours, eating proper diet. So next, the advice given about eating, sleep, exercise, all apply to us adults. So that is not only for the child but also for the parent or for the guardian. So we also need enough sleep and also proper diet, and lastly, exercise. Every parent needs help from time to time. Talk to other parents or friends. So as a parent, it is also necessary to talk problems on other parent, or some solutions, or if you don't know what to do about this matter, you should seek for help or ask for help to other persons, or to other parents or friends, which can help you which can help you to find better solutions, or dali nga solutions on your problems. So you are teaching your child about self-care by how you take care of yourself. So it is like airplane metaphor. So you took good care of yourself first before letting your child take good care of their self. So you are the model. A parent is the model of their children. So you need to do these things in order, or for the child to follow you. We have here saying that do as I say, not as I do, does not work here. So remember, parenting is the most difficult, poorly paid job in the world. Parents do not get credit they deserve, so support one another. All parents need help at some point with their children. Seek advice from the fellow parents, teachers, school, counselors, or social workers, or other trusted parties. So let us just remember that the three keys to success on developing your child, and also on being a good parent or a good model to your child. So as it is said here, parenting is the most difficult, poorly paid job in the world. So this is the very difficult job in the world. We don't earn money here, but we earn love for our children. So this is all for my report tonight. Thank you everyone for listening. I hope na you have something learned today, or yes. And thank you for listening, and keep safe always.